Marina Hernandez Renaud, born 18 Julio 1929, died 9 Octubre 2000. I see the 5-year-old niñita running barefoot all the way to the plaza, holding tight to a precious basket of pan dulce, her voice a pink aria sweeter than the precious bread she carries. At the Plaza of the Embraces, Amada's voice chimes right after the morning church bells and before the taxis arrive at the plaza, followed by the Coca-Cola trucks, the honking buses, and the unchaining metal door rising of 100 stores. Some people say the morning can't begin without the angel pastries delivered by this little girl singing a verse for each sticky campechana, dancing a dance for every half dozen empanadas. Sometimes the plaza's best and youngest saleswoman offers boxes of chiclets rattling like marbles, or homemade dresses rinsed with a squeeze of lemon, steaming with starch on her desperate arms. She wants to play, but she can't. Her family is starving. It's the years after the Mexican Revolution, and her own mother is sewing, embroidering, crocheting, baking, doll making, ingenious, in the way that only poverty can make you create something out of nothing. But there is never any money, no matter how hard Amada works. La gente buys from her, circling her, so that she can barely see the mountains and cathedrals circling them. Ay, how she makes people laugh and spend. But more than anything, she wants to go to school. Quiere ir a la escuela, but there is no money. And then, at 13 and barely in the 5th grade, they take her out of school when her mother finds her with a book and legs wide open, innocent about what her miniskirt is showing. She cries for weeks, then forever. 2 years later, Amada marries the first man who asks her. She's 15, and he's more than twice her age. She calls him Sapo. I read all my life and wrote all my life, but I was afraid of letting people know how much I wanted to be a writer. In writing this book, it has freed me. As I wrote stories down on the pages, I learned more and more about myself and the power that a woman has on the page. I want to write like a great writer. I want to do what Zora Neale Hurston did during the Harlem Renaissance. I want to do what Toni Morrison does in calling back, recalling slavery. I want to do what Sandra does in loving all of her Mexicanness. I want to do what Marguerite Duras does in telling the stories of war. Our people deserve these great stories, and I tried very hard to tell the stories that I knew with all these women in the room when I sat down every day for so many years to tell this story.